Yo, what is good, fellas? Hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. We are officially 9 days away from the pre-order, so if you got bread, the edition of Madden 25, August 12th, 4 p.m. Today's August 3rd. We are so freaking close. Now, you guys read the title of this video, and you're like, Mosh, what are you talking about? We don't even know anything about Ultimate Team, and you're right. Today, we're going over potential budget beast. Now, we're using the Madden 25 launch ratings. Now, I wasn't here all of last week, so I had to really dive in yesterday and a lot of today, trying to find players that I think could potentially be really good budget beasts. What I looked for are players that are in the overall range of like 70 to 79. Odds are, for the most part, those are going to be the players that get gold cards. Gold cards usually are the better budget beast. Now, we again have a whole new rarity system in the game. We don't know much, but using, my Moshi knowledge and just things that I feel like I have a general understanding of what makes a good budget beast. And you know what? It is 9 days away from Madden 25. There's nothing else for me to talk about. And we're talking about some damn potential budget beasts, so let's get excited. Now, I'm going to start with offense. We're only doing offense in the morning, and then we'll probably do defense tonight, probably like 4 p.m. So be on the lookout for that video. My first budget beast, we're starting on the offensive side of things at the tight end position, and I have not Julian Hill, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill historically is a really good Madden card, and when I saw his overall coming in at 75 for regular head-to-head, I was like, damn, he could probably get like a 73 overall card. That's probably going to have some juiced up speed. You guys see here 90 speed, one of the faster tight ends in the game. 82 strength, also very solid. 83 agility, 90 jump. Like, Taysom Hill is one of those guys that just always plays good in Madden. He's always getting good cards. Yeah, he's not like your 6'6 tight end, but he's 6'2", 6'3", gonna run good routes, and gonna be a solid budget beast day one of MUT. Also just realized you guys could not see what I was saying, so move myself up to the top left. Sorry, fellas. So, Albert O. He looks really good. Yes, you're going to say off rip, he's a 68. So is he going to get the equivalent of a gold card? Like I said in the intro, I don't know how these ratings are going to work. I'm considering using cuts ratings, like green is like budget beast territory. Those are the equivalent to gold cards this year. Again, we'd have to wait and see. But Albert O being a 68, I believe he's the only 68 overall I have on this list. But that was just because this card looks really good for a 68 in general. 88 speed, 91 excel, 6'5", 258 pounds, vertical threat tight end, 79 catching, 79 spec. Now, Albert O was supposed to be good in Denver. I don't really know what happened to him. Denver fans, let me know down below. Somehow he's in Philadelphia. Does he make the final roster? I don't know. But if he does get a 71, a 70 overall player, Madden 25 Ultimate Team, I definitely think he could be a solid budget card. And yeah, Albert O, what happened, buddy? Yes, we're still doing tight ends. N'Keal Harry. You want to talk about a fall off? Holy shit, what happened to this guy? Now, yeah, N'Keal Harry, what a pick by the New England Patriots back in the day. Now on the Minnesota Vikings, and now, like I just said, a tight end. So he's got 88 speed on a 70 overall card, and you guys are going to see my trend here. Speed on the tight ends wasn't necessarily great. Now, this is reg, so expect everything to be cut down significantly, but still, 88 speed on a 70 overall, that sounds pretty good. Now, he isn't 6'5" like Albert O. He is 6'3". He was a wide receiver, but I still think he is going to be a pretty solid budget beast. Again, 88 speed, you really can't top that. 82 agility. I wonder what his juking animations are going to look like because he was a wide receiver. He's now a tight end, so I don't necessarily know what that's going to look like. Thinking he could have like a Taysom Hill type of like player model. I don't know, but definitely an interesting one to definitely write down and just think about. The last tight end I want to talk about is Noah Fant. Now, damn, the Denver Broncos are just absolutely selling the bag on their young tight ends. Now he's on Seattle. He was part of the Russell Wilson trade, but still, Noah Fant really hasn't done much in the league. 88 speed, 91 excel though, on a 75 overall, regular ratings head-to-head tight end. Sign me up for that. Now, Noah Fant's been an elite for years in the past. He's had a high goal, I believe, this year. So I do think he'll probably settle around in the 74, 75 overall range. So potentially the highest overall player we actually get on this budget beast list. And I really think he's going to be good. He is 6'4", 250 pounds. We round up here. 88 speed, 91 excel, 72 strength, 76 carrying. I mean, Noah Fant is not going to be run blocking for you whatsoever. but everything else on this card looks really good. I mean, look at these catching stats. Obviously, I mean, he's got 69 short route running. I feel like that's his whole job, to run routes, but that's nice. But 89 catching, 81 spec, and 77 catching traffic. Noah Fant looks really good and definitely has the potential to be the best budget option we have talked about so far. All right, moving on to the wide receivers, and yeah, I mean, this position group is going to be loaded full of budget beasts. There's always just that sneaky fast gold that's going to probably cost a lot of coins, but if you happen to pull them, definitely put them on your team, and I think that is exactly what Jameson Williams is going to be. If you guys keep up with the NFL whatsoever, then you guys know how good of a training camp Jameson Williams is actually having, and yeah, his regular rating card, 98 speed, 96 excel. Yeah, that's disgusting. Also 6'2", 189 pounds, 82 jumping, 91 injury. Talk about a freaking stud. He's got 99 when it comes to making 6-leg parlays. This guy's a stud. Now, after the catch also looks really good. 75 break tackle. I don't think that really matters when it comes to his MUT card because you're picking him up because of that speed. 98 is quick. Also, I feel like people just forget how good at football Jameson Williams was coming out of Alabama. Definitely excited to see what he's actually able to do in the league this year. Also, it's going to be a budget beast stud. Calling it out, if I'm confident about one player being an absolute stud day one, budget type of player, it's Jameson right here. Lock it down, write it down. That's Moshi's lock of the day. When it comes to making budget beast lists for wide receivers, I really looked for one thing, and that was speed, and that is exactly what Christian Watson has. 96 speed, 94 excel. He is 6'4", so much bigger than Jameson Williams. Not as fast, but he does have that extra 2 inches on him, and yeah, I mean, hey, it goes a long way. Now, 74 carrying, like after the tackle stuff, isn't necessarily spectacular. I mean, 71 spin. What I've seen so far in this game, spin move and juke moves, they look really good. It looks like it's going to be an animation-based game. But I also did see that bigger players look like they're going to play better. For example, a heavier wide receiver, like a 200-pound, 6'4" Christian Watson, is more likely to break a tackle than on a smaller DB than, you know, your Tyreek Hills, your Xavier Worthies. 96 speed on a 6'4", almost 208 pounds, not almost 208 pound wide receiver. This guy's going to be an absolute stud. Now, does he come in as a low 80? That's the conversation. Christian Watson had a solid year. I could see him coming in at a low 80. It also just depends how many low 80s we're getting. But if not, I think he could be a very high gold or green card. I don't know what these damn rarities. But Christian Watson has potential to be a very good budget beast player. Day one of Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Two more wide receivers. Next up, Brian Thomas, 75 overall rookie for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I just want to say one thing really quick. Brian Thomas Jr., all right, brand new to the league, rookie, is 2 overalls lower than Trevor Lawrence. EA, I know, like, you guys don't know what you're doing in general, but, like, I feel like it just makes sense, right? No, it doesn't. But Brian Thomas is going to be really good in regs, and I do think he has the potential to be a speed demon when it comes to MUT. You guys are going to tell I don't have Xavier Worthy on this list. I do think he's going to be a budget beast option, but I think he's going to be so mainstream. He's going to be really fast. He broke the freaking 40-yard dash record that I think he's actually going to be fairly expensive. Brian Thomas is 6'3", 209 pounds with 95 speed on his regs card. Do people really know who, like, your average typical NFL fan, they're not trying to pick up Brian Thomas and play with them. I think he's going to be fairly cheap, and I do think he's going to be really good. I think he's going to be a worse Christian Watson, which, like, could be offensive, but, like, I also think it's a great compliment. He's a big receiver that's got speed, 91 change of direction. I think this card could be legit day one. Definitely a budget beast option to keep your eye out for. And the last wide receiver I want to talk about is one of my boys, Tennessee alum Jalen Hyatt. I think he has potential to be faster than 94 speed in MUT. I'm just going to say it. Jalen Hyatt is known for his speed. He's also 6 foot, 185 pounds, so a little bit on the skinnier side of things. But I do think that 94 speed is just, he's going to be faster. He's not going to have 94 speed in MUT day one. They don't give out 90 plus speed. They probably aren't going to give out 84 plus speed. But I do think Jalen Hyatt has the potential to be an 81 speed, 70 overall card. And that, day one, you really can't ask for much more. He's not going to be able to do much when it comes to the blocking game. He's not going to do much when it comes to trucking your opponents or anything regarding upper body strength. But when it comes to just pure speed, Catching the football could be questionable. When it comes to pure speed, though, Jalen Hyatt is going to be a guy to look out for. All right, so we're now on to the halfbacks. And like I said during the Christian Watson portion of this video, I think the truck is going to be really good. I think having heavier players on your team might be the new wave, and that is pretty much what A.J. Dillon is. He's a power back, 250 pounds. Now, he's going to be really slow. A.J. Dillon cards historically, especially that, like, original gold player that he gets day one, might have 69 speed, but he's going to have, like, 95 trucking. It's going to be a purely power back. You sub him in the goal line, and he's going to be able to put his nose down and get you a touchdown. Now, based off everything we've seen gameplay-wise, obviously, I really haven't played the game yet, but everything I've seen in trailers and just community-wide talking, it really looks like that, like, weight and size is going to play a insane factor when it comes to breaking tackles, and, you know, A.J. Dillon being 250 pounds, you're going to want that, and I do think he is going to be a solid budget beast. Now, another Tennessee player, so whatever, call me Tennessee biased, I don't really care. I have Jalen Wright. He is pretty much a good combination of everything that A.J. Dillon brings, but also a little bit more of that speed aspect. He's got 93 speed on this base regular head-to-head card. Not card, just player, I guess. But I do think he's going to be a very fast-ish rookie when it comes day one of MUT. He's also 210 pounds. So like I was just saying for A.J. Dillon, he's going to be able to lower his shoulder and get you one. So Jalen Wright is definitely a name to keep your eye out for when it comes to budget beast halfback. Now, Keaton Mitchell is the third halfback I have today, and he is the opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to A.J. Dillon. He is 5'8", 86 pounds, it says here. Yeah, he weighs 16 more pounds than me. I am taller than him, but he is going to be a speed demon. We saw what Keaton Mitchell did when he got subbed in for the Ravens for those, like, 3 games. Team Big Sexy, my fantasy team, an absolute legend for me. Fantasy pickup waiver wire. Keaton Mitchell, I love you, dude. But he's going to be fast. That is pretty much what he is going to be subbed into your team. The NFL, that's what he does. He's a speed guy. He's a speed demon. And, you know, I feel like MUT is going to respect that and definitely make him a quick, fast player day one of MUT. As you guys can see here, too. 74 overall, so definitely has the potential to be a 73, a 72 when it comes to MUT. And the last running back I want to talk about that I think could be a solid budget option is Zach Charbonnet, 6'1", 220 pounds. I think he is closer to A.J. Dillon, a little bit like slower than Jalen Wright, but he does have 10 pounds on Jalen Wright at 220 pounds, 88 speed on this card. I think he might have like 77 speed, like top, but I do think he is going to be a heavier running back. As you guys can see here, 210 pounds, 6'1", so he's a big player build. He's going to be able to break tackles. I think if you want somebody faster than A.J. Dillon, but, you know, a little bit more heavy than Jalen Wright or Keaton Mitchell, I think Zach Charbonnet is going to be one of those balanced halfbacks that's going to be a budget beast that you might see a lot like the first few days of MUT. And if you guys want to pick him up, I don't think it'll cost you guys too many coins. Now, the quarterback position is so interesting because I would not recommend rocking a budget beast quarterback. So I actually only have one, and it's Justin Fields. Now, quarterback for me personally comes down day one to like release and like what I can get for free. And I don't necessarily think we're going to be able to get a budget beast Justin Fields for free. Obviously, I don't have the game in my hand, so I don't know. But I'm probably not rocking a budget beast quarterback. I don't recommend you guys do that. But if you guys do want one, Justin Fields is going to be solid. Obviously going to be pretty fast. You know, he's 6'3", 228 pounds, so we'll be able to break some tackles. But again, we don't know release. It really comes down to that for me. And fellas, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thought it would be something fun we could just chef up really quick. There's not really much going on this weekend. Like I said yesterday, well, 1, we talked about all these brand new leaks, things that we know are coming to the game. And 2, we talked about, you know, the ending of this portal and what we got coming forward. I do think we have Madden Ultimate Team news coming this coming week, sometime during midweek. So be on the lookout for that. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down, drop a like. It means the world to me. Shows that, you know, I'm doing something right now. That is everything I got. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you boys later. Peace.